Hi everybody and welcome. I am so glad that you're here. Today's gonna be a really awesome video because we're gonna do a walkthrough of the garden, and there has been a lot to update you guys, and I want to do it now before it becomes winter and everything just goes dormant, because I know that next year there's gonna be more change. If you want to definitely see the whole progress of how we have been doing our gardening and the flower beds and everything that we have been doing, you can actually check the garden walk or the garden progress playlist, and in that playlist you can see how everything started bare only with grass, and how slowly we have incorporated lots of trees and lots of plants, and how we have a lot of perennial. So key hint for this video, a lot of the things that we have, if you're new to the channel, everything that we plant in here is perennial. We don't plant annuals except for some vegetables that we do plant as annuals, but most of the plants that we have here, almost 90% of it is perennial. So they are going to be living here all year long, and we don't have to worry about transplanting them or anything like that. We are in Garden Zone 7. We are in Maryland, Garden Zone 7. So everything that you see over here, remember that is for Garden Zone 7. If you don't know what garden zone you are, you can definitely just put it on Google, put your address, and it will tell you what garden zone you are. I have a video also with garden tips, so if you're new to gardening and you're checking out this video for like gardening inspiration, there is also a video of our layout of how we made. I always do a drawing, which I'm going to do another drawing later on, because there's a few things that change in my mind that I want to change. But there's definitely our layout of our garden, and also the tips and tricks of things that you can do in order for you to save a lot of money while you're gardening, and also do good for the environment. So anyways, here we go. We're gonna start over here. First, we have our beautiful Montauk daisy, which I haven't done a video of all the details of the Montauk daisy, but I will definitely do a video soon. And we have our bearded iris. This is the reblooming bearded iris, but everything that is in the corner around the flower bed is over bearded irises, but not all of them are reblooming. They're perennials, and they do come a lot during the spring, and most of them are purple, but we only have very few that are this yellow color. And I love our Montauk daisy because, I mean, while everything's dying back and you see that everything, all the leaves are falling and everything, you have now this beautiful blooming like if it was summer, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. So we actually divided that. We got this from the apartment. It was a tiny little thing, and now it's huge. I believe it's like 4 feet wide, the whole radius. And so we put one over there, one over there, one over there, and it keeps on going. We have our cute little scarecrows here because tomorrow is Halloween. We actually then, I cut and pruned then our cute hollies. So in here, if you have followed us, then you would have remembered that in here we had a whole bunch of the Japanese barberries, which attract a lot of ticks, and they can lead you then to having a lot of Lyme disease, which is very prominent here in Maryland. So that's why I removed those in here when we immediately we moved into the house. So you can definitely check the video of the Japanese barberries and see me working hard, because I pulled all of those 6 bushes myself. And then we had in here in the same spot, we also had what was it? It was 6 extra of hollies. I don't even know how they fit all of that in here, but this hollies they have different species, and this hollies, I can see that they're fast growing, and they grow really big. So thank God that I actually moved them, and those are the ones that you're gonna see when we walk. One over there, one over there, one is over there, one is over there, one is over there, and another one is over here. So 6 hollies that were in here in the front, we transplanted them, and we're gonna check them out, the progress, how it's going. But this one's over here, I left it for supposedly transplanting it later on. And now that I tried, so that's why you see a whole bunch of mess in there. I tried recently to transplant them, but oh my God, they're so strong and they're so big. They grew so much in this past 2.5 years. It's impossible for me to cut it. So I just did a little space over here in between, because I really cannot dig them out. I would need some really help and support machines to actually get it out, but it's something that I would like to transplant in the future because I would like to have this as a nice sitting area with a nice table. I did put in here one of the Thuja arborbitae, which we have the Thuja arborbitae anchoring the house. We had the Thuja arborbitae anchoring the house over here, so they're everywhere. We're gonna have another one over here as well. So then we have them in each corner now, and we have now a dwarf spruce tree. They're so cute. So one over there and one over here. Hopefully these are gonna be okay because I actually had in here before another spruce tree, a dwarf spruce tree, and actually did not survive. So this is the second attempt. And over here we have our the mountain boxwood. So this mountain boxwood, they already grow with that pyramidal shape, and they're a little bit higher than the other boxwoods. So we have boxwood over here and boxwood over there. That circle, we actually made it when we moved in here. I made it, and you can actually see the video also of how I made that circle. Another one of the Thuja arborbitae, again anchoring the corners. And here I actually planted strawberries, and so I'm super happy because we had a lot of strawberries in the other corner of the house, and the deers were eating all of the strawberries. So now I put a whole bunch of the strawberries over here, but I can still see that the deers are coming over here and still biting some of it off. So as I always say, we are the intruders, so that's why I try to grow as much as possible and lots of it so that all the other animals can also eat. And I always feed the animals around here, so it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to just find another spot and keep on multiplying and dividing more strawberries because I'm feeding the deers in here and also us. They love it. And so we have our azaleas and our azaleas. So here is one of the corners that I love the most in the house. This is relatively new. We actually were working on this for the past 2 years, but last year is when it finally grew a lot. So we have my favorite trees, which is the Italian cypress. So we have 3 of the Italian cypress, and they're amazing, and they're gonna grow unbelievable, like 20 feet high. And so this is like right next to when we start going inside the house. But I love it because it's in the driveway, so every time that we back the car or get into the house, this is the first thing that you see, and it's so pretty. So what I want to do this next year is to actually extend the bed all the way to here, and so there's no grass in there, and I'm going to put lots of flowers because I also have not only the Italian cypress, but there's also the bird irises, and so I want to put the bird irises to the front. This in the back is actually the black chokeberry, which gives you amazing, beautiful, yummy berries, and so that's edible. So we have the strawberries in the corner, as we mentioned over here, strawberries, and then over here we have then the black chokeberries. So we like to always play with the perennials and also with edibles to always have food because I want to have an edible garden. And so this is all going to be then like 4 feet high more or less in the back of that black chokeberry completely. Then we have the weigela in the center just for, you know, seeing beautiful flowers all throughout the year. And I want to then put this to the front. So I think it's going to look really, really cool. Probably next year is going to definitely even get better and better. But this year I am super pleased with how much growth it has done. Especially look at this weigelas. If you have been with me, the baby weigela were a tiny little thing. I mean, I get so excited when we see something that was so tiny and now it's so humongous. It's so beautiful. Weigela are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And look at this view from here. I mean, it's already getting that shape of what we're trying to do, right? That it's like this evergreens with perennials and flowers and edibles is slowly getting there. And we have a surviving chrysanthemum. So as I mentioned, I know that in the garden you're gonna see that there's gonna be a few little chrysanthemum over there, but in this one survived nicely because it had the nice patch of the wood chips around it. So if I keep up with the garden and actually then make sure that it has wood chips and that the weeds are not going to be growing or grass on top of it, then I know that it's going to be okay, it's going to be good. But I need to do that during this winter. I need to make sure to put a nice cover of wood chip around all the garden. which I'm gonna do. Okay, so the circle over here, I like this view a lot of the house, little by little how it's getting. We can see a little bit of our Montauk daisy over there. We can see now our Natchez Crape Myrtle tree in the center, which I love him so much, and you can definitely check the video of the Natchez Crape Myrtle. We're gonna go inside. This is one of the oak trees, which I love him so much. Listen to that. I always say that the trees, when the wind hits them like that, now in autumn, it sounds like the waves in the ocean. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so now when we get over here, this is, as I mentioned, the hollies that we transplanted. So they went through a period of stress. And if you have been with me, you can actually rejoice right now, because in the previous video, I would show you, because I show you everything exactly how it is, the raw. So yeah, in the previous videos, I know that the hollies were so bare and they were so, you know, stressed out, and they still are. They're bare and stressed out. But if you have been with me, you can definitely celebrate and rejoice with me, because look at this. We got for the first time some of the berries. So excited! And the color is changing back again to a little bit of more dark green. So it's happening, my darlings, it's happening. So this is gonna grow pretty big. They grow humongous and wide and high. So the goal is to have those beautiful 4 anchor pillars in the front, and then we have the hedge, which is gonna be then with like a 4 feet high, and then the front I'm gonna put lots of flowers. But this is gonna be then for the front of the garden. Actually, that thing that you see over there is a baby maple tree, just like the one that's in the back, because I was like, we have a lot of color in that side, but we don't have color in here. So I decided then to put a maple tree over here, so that way we still have the height just like in the other side, and we have that mirror image and also color. And then in here, this is the Coral Magic Crape Myrtle. So we have 4 of the Coral Magic Crape Myrtle in here in the front of the house. And yes, this is gonna grow very pretty. This year we lost at least 2 of them when they were cutting the grass, because they're so tiny. And so that's why I put the little circle around them with stones. And so we're protecting them, but we have 4 of them, so that, you know, we have a little bit of color as well, because this gives you flower during spring. As you can see, during autumn, we have that beautiful red color, and it grows all year long, perennial. We also put in here on the front a Tuya arborvitae, which is a little bit stressed out right now, but there's 2 of them, one over there in the corner, one over here. As I always say, this is a mirror image. You're gonna see it soon. So whatever's in here that I'm showing you is going to be over there as well. And look at how our maple baby tree is doing. Yay, you're growing, Papa. Keep it up, keep it up. We're so proud of you. Look at that. You're so cute. I get so excited. And then in the front over here, we also have to give the different layers the burning bush. Now the burning bush, you gotta be careful, because it's considered by many as an invasive plant. But of course, if you're just gonna keep it contained in the garden, then it's a wonderful addition, because it gives you so much color. And so this is our little burning bush. And so we have, again, I believe it's 6 of them in here in the front. So the goal is to actually have, as there's another one over there. So all this in the front is to actually have it with the burning bush, which is gonna be so cute. So cute, so cute, so cute. I get so excited. I get so excited. And then again, look at the circle over here. So beautiful. I love that circle. And we're going to go in there and to check the perennials that we have over there. But let me just show you in the front over here, so you can see the entrance that we did. So you already saw the entrance that we made over there, that we came through that little side. So by doing all of this line that we did with the trees, and then leaving only space over there, so that when they're cutting the grass, they go over there and they use it, which makes me so happy. Every time that they're bringing a package or something, the people actually use the little spaces that we have been creating. I don't know why, but it makes me very happy that little by little the things that we have been creating is actually coming to fruition. My God, you know what I mean. My Spanglish is intense. So okay, here when we go into this section, we actually have a hibiscus. This is the passion hibiscus. It actually is going to go down and go dormant, so now, right now it's dying back. But they're so beautiful, the flowers that it gives you during the spring. I love her so much. Right now she's going to go to sleep. And in the back we have our red dogwood that is also still trying to survive. But you know that I love this stem so much. They're beautiful, but she's right now through a period of stress, still getting acquainted with the garden and the space. But I know that once it grows, it's gonna be so pretty to have those red stems in here in winter. And in the back again, we have one of my favorite, which is the Italian cypress. Now that Italian cypress, when it was transplanted over here, it also went through a period of stress, so it's not as bushy as the Italian cypress that you saw by the driveway. That I was like, oh my god, I love them so much. Still, it's beautiful. I love them so much, but it's going through a period of stress right now. But I know that there's gonna be new growth because I can see the new growth over here. So I'm very excited to see this growing exponentially and be then those 20 feet high, more or less. As I mentioned, hollies, they're different species of hollies, right? So we have, and here is also a new 3 little baby hollies, which they don't grow any more than that. They just stay over there, really cute for like making a path. And in here, celebrate with me, my darling, celebrate with me. This is the gardenia. So the gardenia, it's so beautiful. I am looking forward to seeing the flowers of the gardenia. The flowers are aromatics. It smells so amazing. They're white color. It's gonna be just so wonderful. And again, they're perennial. Now we planted this one last year and it was really bad. You know, it went through that stressful period. It just lost all the leaves. It didn't grow as much. But this year we're seeing that green color, and so I'm very happy because soon I think that next year we're gonna have then our blooms, and we can start then trying to expand it and make then a whole line in the front of the gardenias, which is the goal. The goal is to have then that layer of gardenias all the way in the front. So excited. But again, everything little by little, which I think that there's a bit of joy doing everything little by little, because you get to enjoy the things and savor them better. And then of course we have our beautiful Natchez gray myrtle, which if you're like me, I have a thing for trees. I love them so much. I just hug them, I talk to them. I love them immensely, and being underneath the trees is just such a pure joy. It really soothes my soul. Gives me a little hug. Okay, so now when we go into the bottom, you see that there's some of the bright yellow, and those are the balloon flowers. There's a video that we made of the balloon flowers, and the balloon flowers gives us in spring that open balloon flower that it's purple, almost blue, super beautiful. And we have all year long that green leaves, but then also in autumn, which many people don't know this, they actually change into this yellow color. How amazing is that? It makes me so happy. So while everything's going dormancy and dying back, I love all the plants that actually change a little bit of a color, and this changed into a color so pretty. We have again a lot of those bearded irises throughout the garden. We had the Boxwoods, and the Boxwoods I actually divided this year, so you will see that in between each one there's a new baby that I planted. So yeah, hopefully the new babies are gonna grow enough next year and it's gonna fill that space. So little by little we're filling the space, but I'm doing it all by division, by propagation, cuttings. So yeah, we're recycling in here a lot. So you can actually watch, there's a video of plants, a playlist of plants. And so if you want to know more about plants and the plants that we have here, I talk a lot of each one of them, a video for each one of them, so you can actually check it out. There's hundreds of videos already in our channel. So this side over here, the garden, I'm not going to be going through it because it's exactly the same thing that I show you in the other side, but in this side. And look at that! Oh my god, so cute! I love the leaves. There's also a video of the importance of the leaves and why I leave my leaves in the garden, because they're really important for our environment. Look at this, I was going to show you. In here, we have one of the burning bush. It actually started going into a different color, like this burgundy color with a little specks of red. Isn't it beautiful? It's amazing. So pretty, so pretty. I love it. And then let me just show you in the front. This path over here in front of our house is also from our property, and so I love the trees that they have over here. I would like to actually plant some fruit trees in here as well, so we can enjoy them, and also people that are walking over here can enjoy them as well. And so in here, this is how the garden is looking so far. It's taking some shape. I mean, there was nothing in here before, and now little by little it's getting some shape. Now in here in the well garden that I call the well because we have the well pump right there, you can see that now, let me put myself high over there. Yes, you can see that now we have a little bit of a more shape because we put in here also one of the boxwoods, the mountain boxwood, 2 boxwoods over there. Then here in the center is going to be then the burning bush, so we can close all that completely. We still have that beautiful maple tree over there, which is so pretty. And then in the front we have a lot of the bigger artists. We have in here a butterfly bush, some of the pampas grass, and here is a blue spice hibiscus. Blue spice hibiscus, because again they go into dormancy now, but when they were blooming, oh, the flower is just spectacular, which I actually need to do a video of that. I haven't done a video of either a butterfly bush or pampas or any of the things that I have over here. The blue spice hibiscus I have not. We actually planted in here this year. We transplanted the roses, rose bushes over here, rose bushes over here. Yeah, and in here we also have some of the salvia. So that plant in the center, arborvitae, actually grows really big and it has like a weird shape. So I love it because we're gonna have that evergreen in there. Oh my god, and look at the leaves falling. Oh, the leaves falling. Oh, it makes me so happy. This time of the year is so beautiful. That's why I needed to come outside, just show you now before everything changes, because one day everything, the leaves are on the tree, and the next day you come out and the leaves are not there. But oh, it's so pretty. And that's my feet going through the grass to the leaves, so you can hear it. So in here, this is the entrance that I was telling you that we made also with the boxwood. So now you have seen 3 entrances that we have made. This entrance in the boxwood, the entrance in the front that I showed you, the entrance in the side over there, which is so cool because before, well, everything grass, so there was no like entrance and guidance that you would have. And this over here, oh, I forgot the name, I will just put it, but they're so cute, and they also give you these purple flowers during spring. So I would definitely like this year, this upcoming year, to actually open this up a little bit more and have like a nice flower bed with lots of different flowers. And in here I need to put a burning bush in this side as well. So we have then that equal side of burning bush in here, burning bush in there, and then everything's gonna be even. And now we're gonna go and see some of the also trees that we have in the back, which we're getting close to our fruit trees and everything, because as I mentioned, everything has some fruits and vegetables, stuff that we can actually eat, edible garden. Okay, so I'm gonna go down over here. So this makes me happy as well because this was not here. So you can see that double layer, just like we did in the front of the garden. We have then in the back our holly, and that holly is gonna grow huge over there. And so that's gonna be a big tall tree right next to our maple, and another maple over there. And then in the front we have that golden tuja, and we have also hibiscus, but it's the Rose of Sharon hibiscus. And then in the front over here we have then our cute and beautiful Italian cypress, which I love so much. I love the Italian cypress so much. If I could, I would put in here like 50 Italian cypress or more, because they're just so amazing. I really want to. I want to put a whole bunch of Italian cypress everywhere. They just anchor everything so well, and they just look so pretty. I mean, look at that right behind me. It's so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. But I did the mistake with one of them, which is the one that's all the way at the end. I saw this cocoon this year, and I was like, oh, it's a butterfly, because we get a lot of butterflies in here. No. This Italian cypress, which I didn't know, we learn as we go. It's the parasite that it actually attaches, and it looks like it's a butterfly cocoon, but it's a parasite that is attaching to the tree and sucking all the nutrients of the tree. So it actually killed one of my trees. I lost one of them. Yeah, because I left it there and I was like, oh, it's growing. But then I was like, oh, why the tree's, it's burning, it's dying. And all the other trees are fine. And it was, the only difference was that it had that butterfly. So I started checking until I finally found the species. So horrible. Anyways, yeah, when we get over here, we see that we have our cute holly. Look at this one, my darling. Yeah, get excited with me. Because if you have been with me, you know that these trees were under a lot of stress because Miss Jolly over here broke a lot of the root system when I was transplanting it from that section over there, right? So yeah, they went through a lot. And now look at him. It's doing so beautiful. We have nice color. We have also the cute berries looking beautiful. We have our Rose of Sharon over here, which gives us also beautiful flowers. And this was a tiny little thing, and look how big it is. So the goal is to actually have this Rose of Sharon with that other Rose of Sharon growing like an arch. I'm going to put them all together really cute. And then this stays in the center, which is our beautiful golden arborvitae, which I love this so much. And it actually, now it changes even more. It's gonna change into a really like golden color. That's what it's called, golden. But right now it's still like a lemon lime color. But it will change once it gets colder into that golden color, which is amazing. So beautiful. You know I love colors. And look at the tree. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so pretty. I love it. I want to put like a chair or a customized bench, circle bench around the big trees like this, so we can actually sit underneath them. Yeah, there's something magical about sitting under a tree. Don't you agree? And we have more of our cute the Italian cypress, another one over here, and that's the one that died over there. A moment of silence. And then now we go into this side, and in this side this is blueberry bushes. So we had the blueberry bush, and that's actually a blueberry bush too, which the deers actually ate some of it because it was a pretty tall, and this year it went to the ground almost, and it's because the deers were chopping it up. But again, I'll let them be. I'll just keep on putting more and more, and then we can share, And we get we have foxes, we have raccoons, we have all kinds of things and animals in here. Just let them be happy. And we have then another of our blueberry bush. That was the one that was given to us as a present from one of our amazing friends in the church. And then another blueberry over there. This is where we have our blackberries. And the blackberries, they grew amazing this year. But then we had a storm. And when the storm happened, the whole vine just collapsed and it broke in multiple different places. And now this is what we're getting, the rise of the phoenix. So as you can see, this is the old that is still suffering, and I need to cut more of it because I did cut it a lot. But we have new branches, so at least we do have the blackberry. And this actually is a new branch, and it's growing pretty big. But it was huge. I mean, I wish I would have given you an update, because I didn't give you an update of the blackberry this year, and it grew. It was so huge. It was so beautiful. And now it's going back to almost how it was when I actually shared it with you guys the last year. But we have also another baby growing over here. So we're gonna have at least another baby over there growing as well. So by next year, because they grow, this is a fast grower once it starts growing, I think we're gonna definitely have a nice bundle of blackberries over here. But I definitely need to give it a little bit more support and get a trellis over there for the blackberry to actually grow better. And here we have the kiwi, which I have been praying for this kiwi because it doesn't grow. Tell me if you have anything that I need to do for the kiwi. The kiwi's only over there. This is the kiwi over here. This is the only thing that grows. I mean, I see that the actual vine, it's pretty big, you know, thicker now, but it hasn't grown. So I don't know if it is gonna be like a bamboo that takes a few years to actually get established, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a lot of growth. But yeah, it hasn't grown that much. So if you do know anything about the kiwi, let me know. And that's I need to find the species, but it's the kiwi that doesn't have hair around it. You can just eat it directly like it is. And in here in this flower bed, which I need to clean and put in some of the wood chips, we have a lot of mint. We have also a lot of the strawberries growing over there. I see there's a maple tree over there, which I actually need to remove it and put it maybe in another place, because I do want to have a maple. So yeah, excited. Now we're gonna go into the back of the garden, and in the back of the garden we have, as I call it, the spruce lane, because there's a lot of spruce trees over here. If you do like spruce trees like I do, there is a whole playlist of spruce trees, because I have done so many decorations with the spruce trees, especially for winter, doing wreaths, doing decor, you know, the whole garland for the house and the staircase. Using the pine cones also for decor, eating the pine cones as a recipe, home remedies that you can do with the spruce tips, information about the spruce trees. I mean, there's so much. And then in this side of the garden is where we have then the orchard that we're creating. And look at that hedge. Isn't it beautiful? That hedge was not there, my darlings. That was something that I started doing the past year, and you saw it if you have been here. But this year it's definitely taking a lot of more shape, and eventually it's gonna be really big, covering over there, having more privacy. But yeah, let's go over here. We put a little table over there, and so we have the beautiful trees, which are so cute. And let's go over here. Da, da, da. I like walking in between them, but I also want to have them, many of them, unite. So like, for example, over here, to unite over here, so we can close the access to the road. And so, but leaving this space over here would be cool. It's like being at, hi, look at this. So cute. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Gracias, Padre Santo, Santo Jesús, te alabamos, Papito Dios. Santo Dios, te alabamos. Oh, we praise you, God. We praise you. I get so excited in this little spot over here. It's like you are surrounded by the big trees, and then at the same time you end up arriving to this majestic beauty of a maple tree, and it's just so exciting. It really hits my soul to see all this beauty that God gives us. I mean, the things that are around us. I mean, if you don't have a garden, just go hiking outside, go walk and see the nature that is around you. It's such a beautiful free gift of God. These trees were here before me, and I know that the trees that we're planting, I'm not gonna be enjoying its true beauty. Probably the next generation after me, and whoever buys this house after me, is gonna be enjoying the true beauty of the garden, of the trees established and being majestic and huge. So enjoy. Go outside and enjoy the true beauty that is around you, that has been established and growing for so many years, even before you were born. It's beautiful. Okay. Got excited over there, right? Now we got over here and we have our cute, amazing orchard. And we did lose a few of the orchard trees, but it's okay. We're gonna be planting them more in the future, because again, the deers are getting excited with them. So we have plum tree over here, and the plum tree gave us some plums this year, And what I like the most, people always look at the tree in the top, and when I look is at the trunk. Look at this trunk, how big it's getting. So I'm very excited. Look at this huge growth. This is a very good established tree. This one, fantastic, A+. It's doing great. But this one over here is a pear tree, and the one in the back is also a pear tree. And this suffer from the deers. As you can see, the deers start banging and cleaning all their horns around it, putting their scent. So that suffer. This should be normal like this, but instead, but we have then branches growing in the bottom, so I'm letting it be, letting nature take its course. And so because we have the new branches growing in the bottom, then it's going to be eventually a huge tree. And I have mentioned this before in previous videos. When you go into buying a tree in a nursery, then usually they try to give you the tree with just one main stem, one big trunk. But in reality, the trees should be with multiple branches. So I'm letting it be, just like this one. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches. And it might take longer, but it will be a more established tree. And this is a peach tree, also suffer. Again, waiting for all the branches to grow over here. But this gave us a lot of peaches this year. This is a pear tree, and this was one of the ones that came from the apartment, because before we moved in here, we were living in a tiny apartment, and in there we were these crazy people that were growing lots of fruits and vegetables and flowers and trees in a tiny little balcony that the apartment had. And I had this pear tree with that pear tree over there. And this pear tree is doing fantastic. This has grown, I would say, like 12 feet or more high, pretty big. And the most important thing, the trunk. And you can see the trunk, how big and beautiful it is. I'm very proud of you. Doing fantastic. The deer started also attacking him, but he already has a new branch over there. You see that there's an attack from last year from the deers, but it's still healing. And it also has new branches. Again, I'm leaving it, letting it grow. Some people call them suckers to those new branches, because again, you're not going to be having as much growth if you want the tree to grow in the top, because now the tree is also distributing the energy for the new branches. But again, I want that to happen, because I want the tree to actually grow wide and big and be more like a different trunks. Now in here, in this side, this is the hedge dividing us from our neighbors, which are amazing, beautiful, amazing neighbors. And so this over here is relatively new. We planted this, well, I planted this last year. And I love the selection of plants that I put in here. I put the trees that are the chase tree. These trees, they attract a lot of pollinators, as you can see. It has bees. So it attracts a lot of pollinators. You will see a lot of butterflies, all kinds of stuff just in here flying around the tree. The tree is also perennial, so it gives us this beautiful purple color in the flowers, which you can still see some of them. And then the leaves also change into a gray, almost purple color as well. And then it goes into dormancy during the winter and then come back again. But it has grown a lot, because when we actually planted them, it was a tiny little thing, and now it's like almost 5 feet high. So I'm very proud of them. And you can see we have then, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then 4 of this blue point juniper, I think it is, which is beautiful. And then of course we had then our pear, that this one suffered a lot from the deers, but as I mentioned, is then doing that growth of having multiple branches. So we have all the branches growing everywhere, and this is going to be, I think it's going to be, because of how many branches it's having, it will be bigger than many of the other trees that we have already established, because it's going to be like so wide, so beautiful, and I can just see myself climbing the tree, because I love climbing trees. So yeah, pretty cool. And then here we have then a pear tree, apple tree, apple tree. The center is a, what is elderberry also on the side. So yeah, pretty cool. And then over here we have our spirea. So the spirea, they do change color, very pretty. I think that almost everybody has a spirea in their house. So the goal is to actually have like these different layers. And these trees that I mentioned, they grow like a fan like. So this is going to be covering really cute. And that's going to be in the center, evergreen. And I would like them in the front to actually make more of a vegetable flower bed. So we have vegetables as we're walking. The leaves falling makes me so happy. But anyways, in this side of the garden, almost getting into the house, we also made this flower bed. So I was doing this very recent. I would think like a month or 2 months, maybe, probably not more than a month, I think. So what I did, I just put a whole bunch of boxes, right? Because that's how I always do. Put the boxes down so that you can, you know, kill the grass and the weeds that you have over there. And then I fill it up with all the branches of things that I have been cutting throughout the garden, so that I can create a good, nice amount of soil. By itself, it's gonna create soil. And so now I just need to fill it up with wood chips. And once I have it filled with wood chip, then I can start into putting seeds of tomatoes and kale and beets, whatever, anything that I want to put in there. I want to grow. This is like a 20 by 20 feet. I would say 20 feet long and 10 feet wide. So I can grow a lot of good things in here. I also put one of the junipers, baby juniper that was growing as a volunteer tree. Put it in here so we can have also a huge tree over there, just like the ones that I put in here. And by itself, it has been growing lots of kales in here. So I'm excited because we're getting lots of free stuff in here. We have kale, baby kales everywhere. So there's gonna be a lot of food for me to eat now, because I do eat kale a lot. I love kale. And that's the curly, I think that's the Russian curly kale, which I had it growing here in the garden. And so I moved some in here, and it seems that they just started growing by itself. And so this is the heavenly bamboo tree or bush, and they're growing really cute. And it's so crazy because look, they always look so different. This is heavenly bamboo, the same one that it's over here, and this one, it seems by how the sun is hitting it, it always has a different color, always gives me more berries. But yeah, the goal is to actually have them growing pretty big and get together so that I can actually cover that box that is in there, that I cannot plant anything around it because of all the cables that are underneath. But look at that view. That was not there. That was all grass. And now we have a view. Makes me so happy. Over here we have one of the edible flower beds as well, but we did not actually, clean it a lot this year. As I mentioned, this year I have not been working a lot as I usually do in the garden, so I did not keep up with it. But we definitely ate a lot from all the things that we got in here. So we have our beets over here, and so I do eat the leaves. Oh my god, just saute it with a little bit of the balsamic vinegar and red wine vinegar and some of the nice olive oil and some salt and pepper, and amazing. So this is so good. So we do eat those a lot. This, as you can see, there's some bugs in there killing all my red Russian kale. So I'm happy that the red Russian kale is growing on the other side, because I definitely need to clean this up completely and just let it rest and just fill it up with wood chips. And we have lots of tomatoes. I mean, we got baskets and baskets of tomatoes and gave so much tomatoes away, and that was all filled with tomatoes. Another of the red Russian kale over here. And this is a beautiful ornamental banana tree that was given to us by our neighbors in the back, that they're amazing. Our neighbors in the back are amazing. I love them. They're all amazing. So yeah, they grow a lot of food just like we do, but they have been in their house for many years before us, and so they have a beautiful garden. I wish you could see the garden that they have. It's just full of so much edible food. It's just amazing. But yeah, they had one of these bananas, and of course they offered to give me a banana tree, and I was like, yeah, sure. And it was a tiny little thing that they brought. And now this year is when it went crazy. Look at that. But during the winter it's gonna die down, and then next year during spring it comes back again to life. So I think that because of how it is, that it just grows so much, it gives you so many shoots. I think that this is all gonna be covered with the banana, which I don't have no problem at all, because I'm definitely gonna learn how to make pasteles that my grandma makes in Puerto Rico, and we use the banana leaves to make the pasteles. So definitely gonna learn how to make pasteles and use that. So I think that I'm gonna convert all of this, the banana leaves and trees, and then all the things I'm growing in here, that will grow then into that section that I'm making over there, which is so cute. Love it. But let's just enjoy this for just one more second. Wow. Over here in this section we have our beautiful fig tree, which, I mean, rejoice with me. Rejoice. This is the video of rejoicing. Because I get so excited when I see this tree, because we actually got this. We brought it from the apartment. It was a tiny little baby, tiny little thing. We have been here for 3 years now, and look how much it has grown in 3 years. So beautiful. And this year it gave us so many figs. We ate so many figs, and we still have boxes and boxes of fig at home. Oh my goodness. And now it's gonna go to sleep soon. Look at that. We have one here. There's a few that, and all this is still growing more figs, more baby figs. But there's a few that once you see them that they're ready to be picked, you gotta harvest them. And our neighbors also enjoy them and like them, so we have been sharing with them. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, I need to get a basket. And here in the back we also have our golden tuya arborvitae, which I mentioned that we have one in the other side of the house, and they do give you this golden color. Now once it gets colder, it's gonna give other color. And this was not here. We actually planted that tiny ones, and now they're huge. And they took over this bed, so I'm just gonna fill it out with wood chip, because I had kale in here growing before, and just focus on growing the kale in that section of the house that I'm creating. And probably in the future I'll make another bed over here, so then I have 2 beds of then growing annuals each year, except for the kales. The kales are perennials. And so we are done with our garden walk. I hope that you enjoy our garden walk just like I did. I love seeing how much growth we have done since we moved into this house, and how many things we slowly have been creating. A lot of the path, that we're doing, a lot of things we're doing it by division. We do everything ourselves. And I am more of the person that loves gardening, so I'm the one that puts in the most work in here in the garden, which I enjoy and love so much. And I am so happy that all of you guys also enjoy gardening with me. And we are all done. I hope that you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. I love our garden so much, and I love how everything that we're doing is slowly getting to some shape. Sorry that there's a lot of noise because they're cutting the grass. Somebody's cutting the grass. But everything in here, it's a lot of labor of love, and so slowly it's getting and evolving into what we dream of. And thank you for coming into the journey with us and being part of all of this journey of growing our own food, and also growing lots of perennial plants, and making this an edible landscaping that is also ornamental and also, appealing, and it has all kinds of different styles. So you guys are all amazing, and I love you all so much. Thank you for allowing me to have this platform and coming in this journey with me. You are such a kind community, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you. I'll see you again in the next video. Love you all so much. Bye.